The Adventures of Tintin, Danger at Sea. Adapted by Nicole Taylor. Based on The Adventures of Tintin, Danger at Sea by Kirsten Meyer. Screenplay by Stephen Moffat and Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish. Based on The Adventures of Tintin series by Hergé.
Track 1.
Meet everyone from The Adventures of Tintin. This is Tintin. He likes looking for clues. This is Tintin's dog. His name is Snowy. This is Captain Haddock. He is going to help Tintin and Snowy.
What have you done?
Oh, no need to thank me.
These are the bad men. This is their plane. They want the treasure.
No, those are our oars. We need those oars.
Yes, but not for
This
long.
is the unicorn.
Gone mad.
The treasure is on the unicorn.
Captain, help me quick.
It is under the sea.
No, Captain, not that.
Before you read, what do you think? Where are Tintin and Captain Haddock going? Why?
Hope of rescue.
Hopeless.
Well, Sakharine and his men are halfway to back.
It was Sir Francis.
Track 3.
The Adventures of Tintin,
Exploits no one
Danger
like
at Sea.
existed in my family.
Chapter 1. In the boat.
Because I know I'll never
Tintin and his dog Snowy wanted to find the treasure of the unicorn. I'm going to help you,
I've got to
said
lower
their
myself
new
into the
friend,
sea.
Captain Haddock. They ran away from some bad men on a ship. Now they were in a small boat at sea.
We're safe.
Tintin had a clue to help find the treasure.
It's a sign from above.
The clue said, "Look in the town of Baghar." "Where's Baghar?"
Captain, get down.
asked Tintin. "It's on the Red Sea. It's very far away," said Captain Haddock.
We've only got one bullet.
"Let's go,"
Got one bullet.
they shouted. "I'm going to take us to Baghar," said Captain Haddock. He didn't look behind him. Bang! He hit Tintin and Snowy on their heads. They fell down. Captain Haddock looked behind him. "Look at those two. They're sleeping,"
Don't take your eyes.
he said. "I'm going to take you to Baghar, Tintin.
Mission lead has been cut.
It's far away, but I'm a very strong man."
And we will finish him off. Put your hands in there. Let's see here.
Track 4.
Oh, less.
Chapter 2. A fire in the boat. Suddenly, Tintin opened his eyes and saw a fire in the boat. He jumped up.
Which way to North Africa?
Snowy jumped up too. They were frightened. "Captain, what are you doing?" shouted Tintin.
Captain, look.
"It was cold,"
We've caught up with them.
said Captain Haddock. "I had a good idea.
But do you think we might find another way
It's
to
nice and hot now."
take us through that wall of
"Too hot," said Tintin. "A fire in a boat is not a good idea. Look, the boat is going down." Now the three friends were on top of the boat. That wasn't a good idea. I know that now, said Captain Haddock. Yes, we have a small problem,
No, Captain. Those are surgical
said
spirits for
Tintin.
medicinal purposes only.
I think we have a big problem, said Captain Haddock.
Track 5.
Chapter 3. In the Water. Woof, woof, said Snowy. What is it, Snowy? Asked Tintin. Snowy looked up. Tintin and Captain Haddock looked up too. I can see something, said Captain Haddock. Yes, it's a plane, said Tintin. That's wonderful, said Captain Haddock. They're coming to help us.
Almost empty. Captain, this may sound crazy, but
The plane came down.
alcohol in that bottle may be
I was frightened before, but I'm very happy now,
the plane and pour it into the fuel
said Captain Haddock. Suddenly, the plane shot at them. Watch out, said Tintin. They're not helping us.
and you call yourself
Jump into the water, shouted Tintin. I've got an idea. Captain Haddock jumped into the water and went behind the boat. Snowy did not jump in. He did not like cold water.
we're running on fumes.
He watched the plane from the top of the boat. Tintin shot at the plane. That was a good idea, Tintin, said Captain Haddock. Look, shouted Tintin. I hit it. It's coming down now. Now the plane was on the water. Two men came out and looked for the problem with the plane. Stop! Put your hands up! Shouted Tintin. Go to the boat. Okay, said the men. They were frightened.
Track 6.
Chapter 4. On the Plane. The three friends were on the plane. We have a small problem, said Captain Haddock. Who is going to fly the plane? Tintin saw a book. He opened it.
Hang on, Tintin.
This can help us, he said. I'm going to fly the plane. Captain Haddock was frightened. It's okay, shouted Tintin. Look, we're flying. Look down there, said Captain Haddock. There's the ship. The bad men are going to Baghar too, said Tintin. Suddenly, it was dark. I think we have a small problem, said Captain Haddock. It's very rainy. Then it was very windy too. This is very bad, said Tintin. Oh no, we've got a big problem, said Tintin suddenly. There's no more fuel. What can we do? asked Captain Haddock. "Take this bottle of fuel. Go out of the plane and put the fuel into the plane," said Tintin. "But it's very windy out there," shouted Captain Haddock. "We're falling!" shouted Tintin. "Okay, I'm going," said Captain Haddock, and he went out of the plane door with the bottle of fuel. "Now, put the fuel into the plane!" shouted Tintin. It was very windy, but Captain Haddock did it. "That's good," said Tintin. "The plane isn't falling now. Quickly, come in." But Captain Haddock didn't go in. He saw something. "Watch out! Sand! Sand!" he shouted. "Sand?" said Tintin. "I can't see any." Suddenly, Tintin saw the sand in front of him. "Watch out! We're going down!" he shouted. "Oh no!" shouted Captain Haddock. Crash! The plane fell into the sand. The three friends were okay, but all they saw was sand. There were no houses and no water. "We can't stop now," said Tintin. "We're going to walk to Baghar to find the treasure. Let's go." The friends started to walk across the sand. Do you want to read more about Tintin? Now read The Adventures of Tintin, The Lost Treasure. Popcorn ELT Reader, Level 3.
Track 7.
Real World. Planes. In The Adventures of Tintin, Tintin flies a plane. Let's read some more about planes. The first planes. In 1903, Orville and Wilbur Wright made the first plane to fly with a man in it. It went for 12 seconds. The pilot didn't sit in the plane. He was on his stomach. In 1908, the Wright brothers made a plane that went for more than an hour. Amelia Earhart saw a plane for the first time in 1908. She was only 11 years old. In 1928, she was the first woman to fly from America to Europe. Planes today. The first planes flew at 50 kilometers per hour. Today, big planes fly at about 900 kilometers per hour. The SR-71 Blackbird flies at more than 3,000 kilometers per hour. Only 1 or 2 people went in the first planes. Now some planes are very big. The Airbus A380 can take 853 passengers. Did you know? Today there is a plane that has no fuel. It works with energy from the sun. Would you like to be a pilot? Why? Why not?